Good morning, students. This is Mr. Lowe, and I am excited to share some information with you about our Valley View Inclusion Week next week from Monday to Friday, our week right before spring break. There's a couple things I'm excited about today, too. We got our musical kicking off, our SpongeBob musical tonight. We've got the Vibaganza from 5 to 7, and our hockey team's playing at 6 o'clock. There's so much going on, and there's also some stuff to be really excited about next week. Inclusion Week is all about celebrating inclusion and the diversity that we have in our school. And in particular, next week, we're going to celebrate our unified programming and our students that are our neurotypical students, part of our SLTs that work with and support and celebrate, and our friends with our neurodivergent students that are in our center-based classrooms. You're going to learn more about that with this screencast, and we'll talk a lot more about it this week. Really, what we're talking about is celebrating inclusion and making sure that Valley View is a school and continues to be a school where everyone feels welcome and everyone's part of that family. Some things we're going to do to celebrate that. On Monday, we're going to have an all-school assembly in our South Gym and advisory. We're going to have dress-up days throughout the week that were chosen by our students in our center-based classes as well as our SLT leaders. We're going to have some advisory activities to promote inclusion and other different ways to celebrate and make sure that this Valley View family is a family for everybody. A couple things I want to explain to you in this video. We are going to have an assembly on Monday, and I want to go over those expectations for you. And I put 2 exclamation points here because these expectations are important, and they're even more important when we're doing an assembly that is meant to celebrate inclusion. Our most honored guests at that assembly are going to be our neurodivergent students that are part of our center-based programming. And sometimes things like loud noises and screaming and shouting can be a lot. Now, we're going to have fun and we're going to do things like that, but there are going to be times to be quiet as well, and really going to need you as the students in our school to follow the directions and expectations from people like me or students or any other staff that are talking, so this can be a fun and really great assembly that we do on Monday. On Monday, when you get to school, we want you to go to your advisory class, check in for attendance, and we're going to sit in the same area that we did for our homecoming assembly. So advisory teachers, you guys could check out the instructions on this slide and come down when it says to and sit in the location where you'll be. 6th graders will be sitting on the gym floor, and we will have music and activities and things like that to do, and then we'll kick off the assembly right around 9:30. Don't bring your materials with you. We'll be wrapping up around 10 so you can get back to advisory and get your stuff to go on the rest of the day. A couple things I just want you to remember about assemblies. Remember, we have a tradition of respect at those assemblies. That's the only way they work when there's 1,000 kids in one gym. We have a tradition of having fun. We're going to do some fun stuff, I promise that. But we also have a tradition of being respectful, being loud at the right time, but also quiet at the right time. If we can do all those, it's going to be a great assembly and we're going to have a lot of fun. The last piece I want you to do, and this is to watch these videos that you can see here that are going to introduce our dress-up days next week. Watch those in advisory. Participate next week. Let's make it a great week where we celebrate inclusion and have fun together. Thank you.